What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Foot Champs is back in full swing. Interestingly enough, through my first 15 games, I am yet to experience any DC or forced DC glitch or loss or anything like that. So even if it is still in the game, for me personally at least, it doesn't seem to be affecting anything. Now the Lunar New Year is here. And EA have given up rewards for people based on how often they've logged into Ultimate Team. I believe if you logged in 111 out of the 125 days that Ultimate Team has been around so far, that you would have got the best prize, and it would scale down from there. So we ended up picking up a 125k untradeable pack. I'd seen a whole bunch of packs from people on Twitter, and it looks amazing. Look at that spot, man, right there. Come on now. Yeah, it looks. Some people got lucky. We'll find out in this video if I got lucky or not. I've got some questions from the last video and some from the previous video that I didn't get through because you know, because I just talk too much, don't I? Sometimes I just talk too much, but I'm just going to jump straight into them this video because it's quite a long video and I've got a lot that I want to just talk about. But the first half of this video, guys, is going to be me opening packs and doing some SBCs. I get asked a fair few times, and you'll see from this video, is it worth it opening those half price packs? In my opinion, yes. I did it. I did all of them because I think it's incredible value for money. Even if, because everybody's opening them right now, the price of consumables is going down. Eventually that price of consumables will come back up. So when you're opening a 35k pack for 17.5k, what you get out of that pack, you will make your money back. You absolutely will make your money back. Even if you get like the worst luck, you will still make at least 10 to 12, maybe 14,000 coins back. So for the risk, it's definitely worth it if you can pull something big. So I opened all 10 7.5k packs, or that were 15k packs half price. I opened all 5 35k packs. I opened one 50k pack for 25,000 coins and one 45k pack for 22,500 coins, but I don't think you see that one until another video. But basically I blew all my coins on packs, and you know what? I don't really care. Right now I'm a ways away from getting players that I want, and it's like, for me, having 200,000 coins not really doing much, or having no coins and having a club stacked of consumables I can sell, I would prefer to take the chance and the risk and try and hit something. Like you can see in this pack here, the engine chem style sells, the fitness card sells, the contract sells, the bronze centre back from Lazio, sorry, the Brazilian centre back from Lazio will eventually be worth a nice amount of coins. The injury card sells for like 600-700 coins. So for 7,500 coins on these well, that was a reward pack, but in general, like the rewards you get, or the content you get, are definitely worth it. So although it wasn't an actual question that I picked up, I know a lot of people asked if they should do it, and I think you should. Also, just to let you guys know, I see a lot of people do two things in the comment section because they believe it gets their questions answered more. A lot of people say sorry for my bad English, and a lot of people say like so Nep can see. I read a lot of the comments. You don't need to say like so that I can see. I will see your comment, that's not a problem. And it's serious, it's really weird, but people put sorry for my bad English for no reason. Literally for no reason. I don't understand why they do it. And in fact, some people purposely misspell words. I can tell just by the way they write, just so that they can say sorry for my bad English, so that they think they get read out more. I will purposely not read your comments if you just put in like so Nep sees or sorry for bad English, because it doesn't, you know, it's not relevant. It doesn't get your comment read any more or any less than somebody else's, if that makes sense. So there's just no need for that. There's just no need. But anyway, the first comment we've got for today's video, as I open my 125k ultimate pack, 30 items, 30 rare. It is untradeable. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed. Getting Laurent Koscielny's not bad. He will eventually come in handy one time or another. But I got Koscielny 85 rated, Schneider 83 rated, 382s, and then just 81s. And like, look at that. That's bad. That's bad. I know it was a free pack. I'm grateful for EA for giving out something back to the customer. You know, for rewarding them for playing. I am very grateful, and a lot of these players will come in handy for me in SBCs or in potential squads that I need to use for, you know, qualifying tournaments and stuff. So on that note, kudos to EA. But as I say, to get a pack to the value of 125,000 coins and not get a single usable player, that sucks, man. That really sucks. It's Nikon says, hey Nep, do you think Lacazette is a good striker? I'm hesitating on buying him because of his high work rate. So I do think he's a good striker, dude. I think he has everything. Sorry, the sun is like right in that window right there. I think Lacazette has everything about him that makes a quality striker in FIFA this year. Everything he has fits the meta of what works. He's got high agility, good pace, good strength, good stamina, good balance. Shooting is largely irrelevant. I think we'll get to that in a second as well. But yeah, I think he's great. And for me personally, the high doesn't make any difference. If you just set his player instructions to stay forwards or to get in behind, or whatever it is that makes him basically sit up top, I think people largely over analyze work rates. I'm not saying that they're not important, and I'm not saying that they are the most important thing. What I'm saying is, I don't think someone on high is going to be game breaking if everything else in the team is right. In the same sense that, you know, I personally prefer medium as an attacking work rate in my midfielders. But I've got high attacking work rate on Diego Costa, and he still performs very well. Like, I don't notice that he's, you know, I don't sit there thinking, my God, if Diego Costa had medium attacking work rate, all of a sudden I'd start winning 20 more games every weekend. But it's not quite like that. You've just got to understand your players and understand what happens with that. And I don't know exactly what the high on a striker means. I know it means he would run back because he's got a high defensive work rate. But if your team's set up right, if your custom tactics and your instructions are set up right, I don't think the work rates are overly important. For example, you know, work rates on fullbacks are usually high, medium, or high, low, or medium at worst, but typically high, medium on fullbacks, right? But if you set them to stay back while attacking, which one is important? Are the work rates important, or are the instructions important? Do they actually stay back while you're attacking, or do they override that because of their personal preference of high attacking work rate? I don't know. What I would like, though, is for EA to release work rate cards into packs so that you could change the work rates of the players. Because in like Ultimate Team or FIFA in general is supposed to be a replication of football, right? Real world football. And there's a lot of aspects in Ultimate Team that are relevant to real life. You know, you're managing a squad, you have to apply contracts, fitness is a thing, you know, you can train your players with attribute cards, you go into competitions, there are divisions, there are tournaments, like it's real stuff, right? Tell me what manager couldn't say to his player, stop coming back. Tell me what manager couldn't go to his Lacazette and say, dude, stop tracking back, we don't need you to track back, we need you to stay up top. So there you go, and that's basically his work rates, isn't it? So why not have a work rate card so that you can apply a high-low work rate card to Lacazette instead of having him as a high? To me, makes sense, should be in the game. Whether or not it comes in the game or not, I don't know, but that's my personal opinion. James Beange says, hey Nep, with winter upgrades just around the corner, it's likely that Son will get an upgrade. Do you think that this will mean that his Player of the Month card will be upgraded as an inform card would? I don't know. My first instinct is no. My first instinct is that the SBC cards are not the same or relevant at all to informs or regular cards. And the reason why I say that is because back during the Christmas period where they was releasing SBCs every day for players, and there was 3 players every day, some of the players that they released had SBC cards equal to or lower than an inform that they already had. When there was questioned about this, they released a statement on Twitter saying that the SBCs follow a different upgrade path to the informs, which basically means, like, let's say you've got base player here, middle of the screen, base player here, and he gets an inform, it follows this path, and if he gets an SBC, it follows this path. So if he gets an upgrade, I'm unsure if it changes the path of the SBC or not. I just don't know. One of the biggest ones to look at would be Eden Hazard and Diego Costa. Both of them are likely to get an upgrade. Eden Hazard, you know, his base card is an 88. It's very likely he'll be upgraded to an 89. He has an 89 inform, and this is what's interesting, because they say that and this is why I don't know, right? They say, because EA said themselves that the SBC cards follow a different upgrade path to the inform cards, but when you look at Hazard, he's got an 88 base card, an 89 inform card. He then got the 90 Player of the Month card, and then a 91 inform card. Now, if the informs followed a different upgrade path to the SBCs, which is what the Player of the Month card is. It is an SBC card. You do it through a Squad Builder challenge. Why didn't the second inform of Hazard, why didn't it become a 90 rated and not a 91 rated? So the fact that Hazard has 89 inform, a 90 purple, and then a 91 inform would suggest that if he gets upgraded to an 89, his inform 89 will go up to a 90, his 90 purple will go up to a 91, and his 91 will go up to a 92. So I'm confused, and the bottom line is I just don't know. When we look at Son's cards, Heung-min Son, so Son has got a 78 gold in card, an 82 inform, and an 83 Player of the Month. I don't know if Son's even going to get upgraded, right? But if he does, I don't know. I don't know what the situation's going to be, dude. And that sucks, but it's true. I don't know what the situation is going to be. And it's the same with Diego Costa as well. He has an 85 gold card, an 86 inform, an 87 inform, and then an 88 Player of the Month. The only logical explanation I could give is that the blue SBC cards are considered different to the purple SBC cards, because the purple SBC cards are performance-based cards, whereas the blue SBC cards are not. And that I say that in a sense of like, Costa got his purple card for being the best player in the league that month, whereas Fernandinho got his blue card because of his shirt number and for no other reason. So if Fernandinho got upgraded, and I'm not saying he is, just for argument's sake, if Fernandinho got upgraded, his blue SBC card probably wouldn't get touched because it was literally created because of his shirt number. But if Costa gets upgraded, his purple card might get upgraded because it was a performance-based upgrade in the first place. It wasn't like Costa got a special card because he's got a beard. He got a special card because he played really well. So I would say that there's a possibility that they will get upgraded. The purple cards would get upgraded and the blue cards not. But then, and this kind of contradicts what I'm saying, but also confirms what I'm saying, is when we look at Lacazette. Lacazette has an 85 regular card, an 86 Movember card, an 86 inform, which shows that the Movember card was not performance based and thus didn't get upgraded with the next inform wasn't an 87, right? Do you know what I mean? Like the Movember card is like a separate entity. Take that out. So he's got an 85, he's got two 86s, he's got an 87 rated inform, and he's got an 87 rated SBC card, which is blue. However, the blue SBC of him, even though it's blue not purple, it is performance based. He got that SBC card for being the top scorer in the league last season, which in itself is confusing, because if you don't know, I'll explain how the SBC cards are working for the leagues. EA are taking the top scorer from that league from the previous year as long as they're still in the league. So last year, obviously, Ibra was a top scorer in League One, but he left for the Premiership. Lacazette was the second highest scorer. Lacazette is the person that gets the SBC. De Jong was the top scorer in the Dutch division. He got the SBC. Purbet was a top scorer in the Belgian league last year. He got the SBC. So the top scorers that are still in the league are getting the SBCs, which means Lacazette's blue card is performance based. So if his card is performance based, and if all those league SBCs are performance based, why are they blue and not purple? But more importantly, why, what does that mean that the blue cards don't follow an upgrade path, but the purple cards do follow an upgrade path? And bottom line is, it comes all the way back around to me just not knowing. I just don't know. My gut instinct would say that they won't get upgraded, but after actually just looking and talking through it right now, my mind is saying that the blue SBC cards, the ones with the blue and the purple outline, they won't get upgraded at all. But the purple SBC cards, the Player of the Month, the David Villa, etc., they will get upgraded if their upgrade pushes it high enough. So on that note, we could well see an upgraded Costa, an upgraded Son, an upgraded Hazard. Any purple card that you've got in your team that potentially could have a winter upgrade, that purple card could be upgraded. And dude, if Hazard gets upgraded even more, if my purple Hazard gets upgraded from here, look at that team anyway. If my Hazard becomes a 91 or a 92 and that Costa becomes an 89 or a 90, oh my god, dude, I will be so happy. It will be like getting a new player. So we go into the games now, guys. Only 4 games in today's video. I'm going to try and just like structure the games a bit differently over the coming week, so that we can try and get in a little bit more than just gameplay. You know, like throwing in some packs and some other stuff in the videos as well, other than just gameplay. But for our first 4 FUT Champs games today, I did live stream these games. I decided this week to live stream my games because I wanted to see first of all, the turnout of people that would come and watch the live stream, and second of all, I wanted to see how I fared in live streams, you know? Like, what kind of impact did it have on how I played? And I already was putting myself at a disadvantage this week compared to most weeks, because for the first weekend ever, I'm using 2 teams, which, as you guys know, I've said many times, is not necessarily the smartest thing to do. But I wanted to try it out because I wanted to see how much impact it had on my FUT Champs finish. So if I can still get to 29 wins with 2 teams, I'll carry on. I'll use 2 teams every weekend going forwards. But if I get stuck somewhere down the line and I only finish with 25 or 26 wins with 2 teams, I won't use 2 teams again. And I want to give it the full FUT Champs effect. I want to give it the full 40 games. I don't want to play like 10 games and then be like, oh no, I don't like this, and then change out, because that's like, you know, I want to experiment. And if it means I'll take a few extra losses, I don't mind that too much. And the reason why I don't mind that too much on this weekend specifically is because I only needed like, I think it was like 7 wins or something, 6 wins to get to Elite for the month. And that wasn't going to be difficult, even on stream. I was always going to do that, right? So the only difference then is what I get for the week. Do I get to Gold 1? Do I get to Elite, right? That's kind of like the difference here. So the thing that I really wanted to do was not only test out a second team, I wanted to test out how difficult it was to play FUT Champs on stream. Because I watched Nick, I watched Castro, I watched Java, I watch, you know, Inception, I watch every FUT Champs guy that plays FUT Champs, and it's difficult to deal with what they have to deal with, because they don't have a user base of people wanting them to do well. You know, when I come to my comment section, you guys are just all positive. All you want to do is you want to see me do well, you want to see me succeed, you want the series to succeed, you want to see me get the best out of my game so that I can in turn give you advice and get the best out of your game. But on stream, it's different. People want you to lose. And when you do lose, they spite you. They are happy that you lose. They will condemn you for losing. They will literally abuse you for losing, regardless of whether you deserve to lose or didn't deserve to lose, whether you scored good goals or bad goals, whether you conceded good goals or bad goals. They want you to lose. And that added pressure, and just in general, that negativity is not something I want to surround myself with. So I streamed last night these games, and towards the end of the stream, I was tired anyway, and I was frustrated at FIFA, and I had one instance in a game, many of you might have been in the stream and watched it, I had one instance in a game where I was in a close game with someone, but of course, when you're in a game, regardless of whether it's a close game or not, you feel like you're in control, right? Or at least I do. Sometimes I'm like, even in a game that's super tight, I feel like I'm the better player. And I'm not always the better player. Sometimes on reflection, I look at a game and I'm like, actually, damn, that was a good game. You know, that guy was decent and he deserved what he got. But in this tight game, it came down to like the 116th minute. Spoiler alert's coming. 116th minute. And he's had a couple of attacks, and I'm struggling to hold on to possession. I'm struggling to get through this game. After putting in a good shift myself, it's looking like it's going to penalties, right? He breaks down the left. He gets a shot on goal. De Gea makes a save. It pops back out to his striker. As he takes the second shot with his striker, De Gea saves it. It's in his hands. But Eric Bailly, who's controlled by the AI, slides to try and block the shot and takes out 2 of his players. How it was a foul, it was a penalty. How it wasn't a red card, I don't know, but it wasn't my decision. So I was really salty that I'd conceded a penalty and in turn lost a game because of an AI mistake. Now, if the game was 4-0 to me, it wouldn't have mattered. If the game was 4-0 to my opponent, it wouldn't have mattered. The only reason why it mattered is because it was so late in the game and it was such an even game. So I got really, really triggered, and you know, at that point, when I'm already frustrated with FIFA, because FIFA's frustrating as hell, and then I'm in a tense game which piles on the pressure, and then I'm streaming to so many people who are already willing me to lose. When something like that goes against you, it's so easy to fall under the pressure. And so when people started giving me shit for conceding like that, I just lost my cool. Do you know what I mean? I lost my cool when I got angry and I started banning everyone that said anything against me. I started getting frustrated at anything anyone would say, and it's not good. Like, you know, it's childish and it's not okay. It's not a good way. It's not the way I want to carry myself. You know, I expressed to you guys quite a lot that try and keep your cool even when things go against you. Just try and remain calm. Just try and play your game and just understand that things go wrong in this game. And it's easy to say. It's really difficult to adapt that mentality. It's really difficult to actually sit there and, like, you know, I could have literally just been like, well, goddamn, that, you know, that guy's been given a goal there. It was a tight game. Maybe he would have gone on to win it anyway. He might have gone on to win on penalties. Who knows? You know, like, it's neither here nor there. But I should have just kept my cool and been like, hey, whatever, crap, you know, crap happens. That's, you know, it's not going to change the next game. It didn't change the last game. It's just one game. But I didn't. I let it get the better of me, and I'm just disappointed in myself that I let it get the better of me, because it affected my stream. It affects this video now. It affected how people perceive me on Twitter and such. And it's like, you make one, like, you know, you make one wrong choice, you get triggered one time, and all of a sudden everyone that thought they didn't like you jumps on, and I knew he was like this, I knew, you know, and it just becomes a real negative experience. And I see it in Nick's stream, like, a lot. Nick cannot do anything without his stream, and a lot of the times his subs as well, just jumping down his throat. And I just sit there and I think, and I don't even think it in my stream, I think it in his stream, I think, why are these people here? Why are they watching him if all they want to do is abuse him and see him fail? Why are you wasting your life hoping to see somebody else fail? Why don't you go out and do something that is going to make your life more enjoyable? Why don't you go and watch a streamer that you enjoy watching, that you actually get some enjoyment from, rather than watching someone who you don't enjoy just because you want to wait for a moment where they're suffering so that you can abuse them? I don't understand that mentality. And so after streaming yesterday, I streamed 15 games, I mean, I've got a decent enough record at this point. I'm not going to spoil it in this video. I've got a decent enough record though. But in general, even in the games I was winning, there was so much negativity in the stream. And it doesn't happen when I'm not streaming FUT Champs. When I'm just streaming regular FIFA, it's fine. Like, people don't really give a damn if you win or if you lose. You know, you see the odd, you know, negative person here or there. But during FUT Champs, people are hounds. They just hate you and they want you to lose. And I don't want to stream like that. I don't want to be involved in a situation where I'm literally walking into a room full of people that hate me to play a game. Because that's basically what it is. It's like saying, like, you've got a door there, and if you walk in this door, everyone in there is out to get you and they want blood, but you've got to go and stream some FUT Champs games. I don't know why I'd want to do that to myself, or why I'd want to give myself that stress. So I don't know if I'm going to stream any more games. I might turn the stream on later on tonight and try and stream a few more games. And like I said, like, it doesn't really matter this weekend league, because 25 wins is enough for me. Gold 1 is enough for me this weekend, because I've already got elite for the month, so it doesn't make any difference at this stage. But you know, as much as I did act like a child in the stream, as much as I did lose my cool in the stream, and as I say, it's not cool, and I do regret it, because it was impacting my play. And in fact, a game that I'd lost previously, like 7 games before that, was still impacting my play 7 games later, because I'd lost a game, I was salty about it, and I couldn't let it go. And first of all, I don't need or want the abuse from people, but I also don't want to portray that kind of style in stream, you know. Like, in videos I can reflect on games, I can like get my frustrations out in other ways, but on stream it's there, it's live, it's, you know, you can't change it. So I don't know if I want to stream anymore. But I also do think that I want to try out a whole weekend of streaming, because I want to know all the circumstances which cause me to help me or hinder me. And I want to know that if I can get 27 wins on a weekend league with 2 teams while streaming, I'll be happy with that, because then I know that I can develop that and get more wins and so also. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.